Hello, my name is Mary Adams, and I'm going to give a tribute to my late husband, William Emery. W.E. was born May 13, 1854, to James and Sarah Ann. In 1877, W.E. bought a team of mules and a covered wagon to transport hardware along the newly established Bismarck-Deadwood Trail to the mining camps in the Black Hills of the Dakota Territory. He found the best way to make money in the Black Hills was not to mine the earth, but to mine the miners. He and his brother James established the Adams Brothers Banner Grocery. At the age of 26, W.E. began courting and soon proposed to his first wife, Alice. They were married December 22, 1880. They had 2 daughters. The first, Sarah, was born November 24, 1884, and the second daughter, Helen, was born May 13, 1892. Mr. Adams established himself as a member of the Deadwood community, serving as mayor 6 times. He was on the board of directors for several banks, Deadwood Chamber of Commerce, and other civic organizations. He became one of Deadwood's most important benefactors, whose name remains visible in Deadwood today. He served his city as businessman, banker, politician, and civic leader. By 1901, he had discontinued his retail business to do wholesale, supplying goods to the entire Black Hills region, northwest South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and parts of Nebraska. In 1909, daughter Sarah married and moved to Detroit with her husband. Shortly after moving, she died after contracting typhoid fever in 1912. In 1915, youngest daughter Helen married and settled in California. June of 1925, Alice went to California for the birth of their first grandchild. Alice had been ill with cancer for some time, but on June 6, she suddenly died at Helen's home. Helen, being distraught, went into labor the next day and died. The baby died a few hours later and was buried in Helen's arms. Within a 48-hour period, W.E. lost the remainder of his family. In 1926, I met W.E. when I was seated by mistake on a passenger train from Denver to Deadwood. We dated for almost a year before we wed on June 30th, 1927. He was 73, I was 29. Together, we traveled extensively. We found charities, fostered beneficial programs, established many parks, gifted the specially constructed Adams Memorial Museum. On October 4th, 1930, the museum was tributed to W.E.'s first wife, 2 daughters, and the legacy of the pioneers in the Black Hills area. Our relationship was considered scandalous by some people, but our loving relationship continued for 7 years. My beloved husband died in June 1934 after suffering a major stroke during a board meeting at the First National Bank. He died 9 days later here in our home in Deadwood at the age of 80. After his death, I closed the doors of our mansion, and it sat unoccupied for 51 years. I left everything intact, from sheet music on the piano to books in the library and even cookies in the cookie jar. In 1987, I sold the house. Again, it was sold in 1995 to the Deadwood Historic Preservation Commission. Our house is now open to the public for tours. This is the sitting room, or the parlor, excuse me. And if you follow me, I will take you to the sitting room. Again, this is the furnishings that I've left. The chairs, the books, our furniture. Upstairs, I will show you the room where my husband died. This was W.E. Adams' room where he died. This is the exact bed. here you can see photos of my beloved husband, W.E., a picture of myself, as well as his first wife. My bedroom is right over here. And again, these are all the furry jeans I've left behind. My husband was very important to the city of Deadwood, and his legacy will live on forever. Thank you.